Don't you just love shortbread cookies? They're great because you can have them any time of the year. And they are so simple to make. This is Bright Future Baking, and I'm going to show you how to make shortbread cookies. Now, traditionally, it's really simple. It's 1 part sugar, 2 parts butter, and 3 to 4 parts of flour. Now, some people might add a little bit of salt, but traditionally it's not really in there. And then you can add vanilla if you want to, just a little bit. And then you can also we're going to add mini chocolate chips, and it can still be called a shortbread cookie with this. So what we're going to do is we have like our butter and our flour and our sugar. So we're going to make the butter, actually we're going to put it at room temperature, maybe overnight if you want to leave it out, or you can heat it in the microwave for just about 20 seconds here, 20 seconds there, just to make sure that it's nice and you can cream the sugar with it. So on this one, we're going to go ahead and get started. So basically you want to put it in a mixer. You have 1 cup of sugar, and then you have your 2 cups of butter, and make sure that's softened. And you want to cream the sugar really well. And then once that's in, you slowly add the flour to it. It's going to be 4 cups of flour. So we have 1 package of chocolate chip cookies, and if you look at the texture, it's a nice texture. And then after we have this all mixed up, we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our chocolate chips. This is just 1 package of mini chocolate chips. So you go ahead and add that to it, and then just stir it in there and fold it in. And you can add the amount of chocolate chips that you want. But with this particular one, I'm actually going to go ahead and add 1 package. All right, and so once we go ahead and stir that all in, go ahead and stir that and make sure that you get the bottom and everything like that. Okay. Once the chocolate chips are all stirred in there, you're going to go ahead and take like a little bit of flour or a little bit of butter or Pam and spray it on your hands. You're going to scoop it up, and you're going to go ahead and just roll it into the ball. Now, traditionally, there's 3 shapes that usually go with the shortbread. You have like the fingers, which are like the triangles. You have the circles, which is what we're going to be making, and then you also have the petticoat tail. So we've rolled it into a ball, and we've just flattened it a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and just put it on our cookie sheet. Now you're going to go ahead and do this until your cookie sheet is full. Just roll it into like a little ball. Flatten it, and then put it on your cookie sheet. I found some very interesting information about this. Now, I guess shortbread traditionally was, I guess, originated in medieval times. They used to put yeast in it. It used to be the leftover bread, right? And then at one point, butter became more abundant and easier to get, so they took out the yeast and they added butter instead. And the butter is really good for binding it and keeping it together. So once we have the cookies on the cookie sheet, we're going to go ahead and put it in the oven and let that bake. All right, once it's out of the oven, you can tell that it looks really nice. Now, don't forget you can do it in the rectangle shape. I wanted to do the circle today. If you look, it's a nice color on the bottom there, and you don't necessarily have to add chocolate chips, but you can if you want to. And then what you do want to do before you put them in the oven, just go ahead and poke your cookie with a fork, and that helps it cook it a little better. If you notice, there's a little bit of fork marks, but can't really see it. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this recipe, or at least get a chance to check it out. And let's make the world a better place. And if you like this, go ahead and subscribe.